Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is the Blockchain Backer bringing you the latest cryptocurrency news and analysis. And today we're going to take a look at the Ripple XRP price chart. We're also going to peek over there at the Bitcoin price chart and the market cap. So the crypto total altcoin market cap and the total market cap, because we do have some news that's kind of related to that. But first, I wanted to do a little bit of house cleaning before we get started. I want to remind you all that there are impersonators that are impersonating me in the comments section of my video, attempting to get you to contact phone numbers. Please know these are impersonators. If you want to know that it's me commenting in the comments section of my video, I will always have this gray circle around my name. If you're on a mobile device, the circle will be black. But if you see somebody commenting with my logo, with my name, but they don't have the gray circle, please report them for impersonation, and no matter what you do not communicate with them, and absolutely do not contact whatever phone number they're trying to get you to contact. Also know that I'll never send you an email trying to get you to contact an advisor or contact a manager, and in the end trying to get you to send them your crypto. Protect your crypto. Don't send it to anybody. Anybody giving you false promises saying that they'll turn your 1 Bitcoin into 10 Bitcoins is totally a scammer, and they're never going to send you your money back. But all right, enough of that. Just be careful out there. Otherwise, let's dive into the charts. The price action over here on the XRP price chart has been relatively flat for the last few days. Taking a look at it right here, you're going to see this is actually 5 days of being in this range. Let's take a measurement of this right here. We've got a 20% price range that we've been bouncing around in 5 days. It's pretty amazing how times can change and how that big of a price range isn't that big of a deal. However, if you went back to 1 month ago, a 5% price range was a big deal for emotional volatility. However, we seem to be doing okay in here. For me right now, like we've talked about over the last week, is that, well, we've done retracements, right? So we take a look at it like this. If you're new to this channel, if you're new to what Fibonacci retracements are, is essentially we can measure how big the retracement is of a fall. Essentially what you want to see is you want to see this entire region get cleared. Once this whole region gets cleared right here, it increases the probability that we still have another leg to the upside. So long as resistance comes in at this level on the retracement, the potential for further consolidation is likely. So while we haven't cleared through this level, we have to assume that the consolidation will continue. The thing is, the range is very huge. We have a large gap down here, and I had somebody ask me, what's a gap? A gap is essentially when price breaks to the upside and there was never a back test to test any of the supportive structures down in here. So we have an area that's never been back tested down here between 46 to 48 cents. Wouldn't surprise me if we do come down and test it. Thing is, it's a huge range to be in. So long as we're actually still here stuck underneath these retracement levels, we have to assume this whole area is fair game. In the end, it's important for me to have a really big macro perspective on where I think these prices are going. My expectation is that once we do get out of this ranging area and this consolidation area where we've just gone sideways, is that we do move up to another level. So the thing is, a lot of people will look at and say, well, are we going to break down and are we going to break lower, or are we going to go flat and then continue our grind to the upside? My opinion is that we do continue to the upside, and my opinion is that we don't take out this lower level. However, the price action in between can be volatile. And the reason why I keep bringing this up, and I apologize if you think I've been rude or I've been harsh, and yeah, running on a little bit of a lack of sleep, because I was looking at it and I've done a video every day for the last 15 days with no days off. But at the same time, it's real important to me to get on here, and you'll understand this when the time comes, if the time comes, okay? I've been around here for a little while to know exactly how the comments are, exactly how sentiment gets, and sentiment can get terrible, especially on a 30% move to the downside, which is how far it is when we look at the price area from right here to right back down here to the bottom of the range. That's 30%. You have 5 days now of where people have been buying and accumulating bags. And if the price drops by 30%, look at your portfolio. You see $1,000 and you see it go down to 700. Most people are not emotionally equipped to be able to handle that type of a loss. You get into investing, you think, I'm going to get in, I'm supposed to get my 6% returns every year. There's no such thing as to the downside. Stocks only go up. And then you watch yourself lose 30% really fast and you say, holy cow, this is terrible. This is nothing. Why am I in this thing? But we see that all the time in cryptocurrency, and I see exactly exactly what happens to people. And I'm going to tell you this from the perspective of my view. And I can tell you because I get told I'm wrong all the time, whether it's at a bottom or it's at a top. The whole way through my whole YouTube channel, I always get comments from people telling me I'm wrong. And there's very specific places where they'll tell me that I'm wrong. And it's usually when we get back down to the bottom of ranges. What will happen is people will sell at the bottom of the range, expecting that the price will actually go down much lower. There'll be other content creators, there'll be other chart analysts out there predicting that the price is going to go much lower. People will feel the pain of the 30% loss, and then they don't want to feel the pain of what a 50 or 60% loss feels like. So they'll sell out of it down here, and then they're going to be trying to get prices way down here. But then what happens is the market reverses on itself, and they end up having to buy back in up here. I see it all the time. It's very normal. And so I'm coming at this maybe harsh, maybe delivering a strong message, maybe a little bit of tired and lack of sleep, but I have hit my sleep goal 3 out of the last 4 days though. That's good. But we have a whole bunch of new people coming into this market, and I don't want you to get discouraged. I want you to have a complete understanding of how these things work and how volatile they are, but having to have the conviction of what you're doing for the long term. And whether that long term is 6 months or a year or 10 years, whatever, as long as your conviction is not a 3-day thing. I bought it, I lost 30%, I sold it, I'm out. Crypto is here to stay. The S&P Dow Jones indices to launch cryptocurrency indexes in 2021. Here's an article from Reuters. S&P Dow Jones Indices, a division of financial data provider S&P Global Inc., said on Thursday that it will launch cryptocurrency indices in 2021. It will use data from more than 550 of the top traded coins to make it easier for investors to access the new asset class. So here we are looking at the Ripple XRP price chart on the 1-hour time frame while we're in this range, right? But we look at the bigger perspective of where all of this is going. The market's about to be opened up and be a lot easier for a lot of people to buy. We look at just what happened in the last couple of months, right? We've got PayPal allowing crypto investors to buy through their PayPal account and buy Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, Ethereum. We've got indexes that hit the US stock market in 2021. But the thing is, our current price action over the last week has been stuck in a huge range. So I've been trying to release videos to kind of show the bigger picture of where cryptocurrency is at and where cryptocurrency is going. And my regular viewers are probably like, man, where's that super bullish blockchain backer? And don't worry, I'm still ridiculously bullish on this market. I think we're on our way to the massive targets. We're heading there right now. The thing is, I know a lot of people just jumped in and bought potentially a top of a range. So I'm making sure that the people who are freshly coming into this thing aren't going to get discouraged right away. I'm really hoping a lot of people can take advantage of this whole market and what's going to go on here, because the macro structure right here on the total altcoin market cap. So if we take the total value of all of the altcoins and we just put it right here into one chart, we could see the massive Wyckoff accumulation that took place down here. And when we really zoom out on the chart and we look at how we're doing compared to 2016, 2017, when this bull market got started, you could see we're moving at the exact same velocity with the exact same corrections like we did previously. We're finding resistances where we should. We're going at the same rate. Everything is looking great over here on the altcoins. And just look at how this thing ended up playing out. The thing is, it didn't happen overnight, right? It took a little bit of time, and we've been moving great. We've been doing just what we're supposed to be doing. And when we zoom in on it, even on a really close time frame, and look at this, you can see how we had just had our big breakout right here. We had topped over here back in August. We spent a long time consolidating in here. This is where it was kind of just a despair feeling throughout this market. Then finally we broke out of this a week and a half ago, and then that big fallback that we experienced, look where it fell back to and went to back test the support level we were at. So I don't think this level is going to break, which would indicate that XRP is not going to break below that 45-cent level either. However, there's a range here, right? There's a consolidation area in here. It may have to flag in here for a while. Thing is, even for all the altcoins for the whole market, these aren't tiny percentages for a lot of people. It's hard for a lot of people to swallow. I just want you to know this is normal in this market. We see these types of percentage fall downs all the time. There's a 30% one that we just had to go through back in August. Totally normal. The market still, from a macro perspective, was bullish, like we just showed with the overlaying of the 2016 and 2017 bull market beginning. Same thing. It's still, from a macro perspective, very, very bullish. Just be prepared. This market's volatile. It goes wild in both directions. But the good thing is the trend shows we're going up. And I think one of the craziest things about it all is just that it's doing precisely what we've been expecting, holding these levels, turning up, right? Holding 17 and a half cents like we expected, turning up, holding 22 cents, turning up, coming back to back test this level like we expected, holding it. So it's exciting. I think we're right on the verge of something crazy. I don't really talk about a whole lot of different altcoins on this channel. I look at other altcoins too, just to see that, confirmations. Is this market bullish? I see things ready to absolutely explode. And we're right on the verge of it, and it is so ridiculously exciting right now, and it's truly remarkable to see that we have Bitcoin over here battling against the all-time high. This is one of those moments in time that just remember it. Remember what that moment was like when Bitcoin was battling against the all-time high. For so many people going through so many years of going through this terrible bear market of it losing 83% and then sitting through it for years on end. We're there. We're at the all-time high for Bitcoin. That is crazy. That is exciting. XRP has shattered the monthly resistance that's been there since 2017. And the whole altcoin market cap is ripping and roaring at the same pace that it should be and has a long ways to go. And so when we go back and we look at the XRP price chart on this 1 hour time frame, right, where each one of these candles represent 1 hour, and we're talking about the consolidation and all that, and we're talking about Bitcoin pressing up against the all-time high, we're talking about the altcoin market cap doing absolutely fantastic compared to what it did in 2016, 2017. We're talking about XRP structurally doing all of the things it should be doing on the macro time frame, shattering weekly resistances, shattering monthly resistances, and yet we're looking at it on the 1 hour time frame, right? And the only reason that we are is because we're getting so many fresh eyes on this asset, because people are starting to understand, wait a minute, this thing is something. It does have a lot of opportunity in it. It is the greatest digital asset that there is and has the best potential to succeed. And the last thing I want is for a bunch of people to come into this market, take a look at this thing, and then get shaken out in a range. The macro picture is incredibly bright for XRP and for cryptocurrency. And you better believe it, no shakeout is taking me out. And I'm riding this puppy to much, much higher prices. But all right, that's going to wrap it up for this one. I hope that you guys are having a great week. We're almost there at the end of the week. If you're looking for something to do, you can check out my educational content over here on bcbacker.com, where I do have 19 videos with 4.5 hours of content deep diving into the cryptocurrency bull runs for Bitcoin and the altcoin market cycles, how it's all worked in the past. I talk about my different exit plans, and I talk about a lot about this chart stuff. If you're having a hard time kind of understanding a lot of this chart stuff that I'm doing, I really walk you through it on here so you can have a real clear understanding of it all, the tools and the indicators and what it all means. And then, of course, talking about managing our emotions, and I do have a downloadable spreadsheet in there so you could track your cryptocurrencies. But check this out over here on bcbacker.com, where you can enroll in the course for $39. Follow me over here on Twitter at bcbacker. Once again, be on the lookout for impersonators in the comments section of my video. Always look for the gray circle or the black circle around my name to know that it's truly me. And well, I hope that you guys have a great day. So I want to thank you so much for watching. If you could, please like this video and give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you could be notified of when I create new content and when I go live. As always, this is not investment advice, and I am not a financial advisor. But if you ever need a pick-me-up or a little bit of reassurance, just remember that the blockchain backers got your back. Have a good one.